Good afternoon, everybody. Today is Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th, and yes, I watched Brazil beat Croatia last night, and yes, it was fucking foot-in-mouth moment when Marcelo scores an own goal on the 11th minute. That was funny. Anyway, Brazil won, and look, I think the penalty was correct. Like, unless there's some giant conspiracy and there's money being paid to referees from the Brazil team. I mean, it's not like FIFA has ever committed any corruption, giving Russia and Qatar, countries with abysmal human rights records, to the world. No, there's no money involved. It's all fine. Just keep watching the football. Everything will be okay. Anyway, as many of you know, I've been reading A Long Walk to Freedom. Some guy called Nelson, some black guy from Africa, he's written this book, and it's quite interesting. And I just want to read you a bit about the law. The law. It's written in the book, like a religion. It's in the book, it's in the Bible, it's in the Quran. It must be true. One thing I hate about the police and also what do you call them? Law-abiding citizens, is that they go, oh, it's the law, I have to obey it. As if, like, writing it down makes things true. I mean, like, okay, anyway, enough of me. Here's some black guy called Nelson. Within weeks of coming to power, the nationalist government pardoned Robe Leibrand, the wartime traitor who had organized uprisings in support of Nazi Germany. So this was an Afrikaner, kind of like old colonial Dutch government that came in and started pardoning Nazis, as you do. I need to turn the page, it's quite hard. The government announced their intention to curb the trade union movement and do away with the limited franchises of the Indian, coloured and African people. The separate representation of voters bill eventually robbed the coloured of their representation in Parliament. The Prohibition of Mixed Marriages Act was introduced in 1949 and was followed in rapid succession by the Immorality Act, making sexual relations between white and non-white illegal. The Population and Registration Act labelled all South Africans by race, making colour the single most important arbiter of an individual. Malan introduced the Group Areas Act, which he described as the very essence of apartheid, requiring separate urban areas for each racial group. In the past, whites took land by force. Now they secured it by legislation. So next time a policeman says to you, it's the law, just remember, just like the Bible, the book of the law has been used for thousands of years to oppress normal people.